What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today is Friday, September 22nd, 2023. We're approaching New York session silver bullet hours. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my 9 a.m. highs and lows for all the pairs that I'm interested in today, which is GJ, UJ, and USDCAD. So this is what I like to do when I first start. I go to the hourly time frame, mark my 9 a.m. highs, 9 a.m. lows. Let me change the color so I could identify them. Let's go blue. Feeling blue today. And we go to USDCAD, 1 hour time frame. Do the same thing. Mark my 9 a.m. highs, 9 a.m. lows. We have about 10 seconds for close. And then we go to the 1 minute time frame. Mark out the silver bullet hours, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And here we go. It just started. So let's see what kind of entries we have today, if there are any entries. So I'll go over what it is that I'm looking for in just a second. Let me just mark out here and here. So what I'm looking for is a sweep of liquidity, then a shift in market structure to the opposing side. So right now we see that GJ is approaching. It actually just swept through 9 a.m. highs just by a tad bit. Let me go ahead and open up MT5, get that started. And then here UJ looks like it's going to sweep sell side, and anytime it sweeps liquidity, if I see a shift in market structure going towards the opposing side, then I will execute my trade accordingly if the opportunity is given. Now, until that happens, I will just be here sitting patiently waiting for some sort of action. What I like to do is place some alerts on all three of them so I can get an idea of what's happening when the alert is hit. I will place one for USDCAD as well. Now we did just have PMI at 9:45, as we can see right here, which gave us some movement. Look at UJ right here. It gave us a huge wick lower, and now it looks like it's going to continue going lower. But with this strategy, you don't necessarily need a daily bias, since this is such a intraday trading strategy. So what we want to do is just wait for a sweep of liquidity and then see what happens. So here's UJ. It just tapped below 9 a.m. lows. So if you could just give me 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. Alright guys, so this is what we see going on so far. USDCAD swept 9 a.m. lows. I would like to see this high get ran through with energy, leaving behind a fair value gap or some sort of AOI in the displacement leg that breaks this high, if it wants to break this high, to give me something that looks like this and then pull back into it so I can take a long position higher targeting 9 a.m. highs. So that's what we're looking for on USDCAD. Now UJ did sweep 9 a.m. lows. There is a swing high right here that it did break with energy, but this is the high that created the displacement leg that broke this 9 a.m. low. So in that case, I want to see this high get ran through with energy before I think of taking any trades. Now on GJ, we see that it broke the 9 a.m. highs and it tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap right here. So if it decides to respect it, show me some sort of energy that it's wanting to go lower, I would then take my short position targeting 9 a.m. lows and potentially targeting all of these lows as well if it wants to go lower. So right now I'm just patiently waiting. So we see that it is creating relatively equal highs, and I want to see what it wants to do from here. So it looks like on USDCAD, price is still consolidating, working its way lower. So let's see right here. So this is the discount zone. There is a 1 minute order block right here that it could tap into, and also there is an inverse FVG right here that it could tap into. Now if it runs through it, taps into the order block, respects it, I could then find some sort of entry to go higher if it decides to respect this 1 minute order block. Now on the higher time frames for USDCAD, let's say the 4 hour, we've just been in a downtrend this whole time. Now if we remove everything, we see that it created the low, lower high, higher low, higher high, and it's pulled back. There is an FVG right here that it pulled back into, so price did wick below it, which is fine. This 4 hour candle, we want to see how this one closes for the higher time frames. The 1 minute time frame, this is what we want to see. I want to see a shift in market structure higher, break of 9 a.m. lows, go higher, retest it, run higher. UJ just swept this high, but as we can see, the bodies closed below the high. So the wicks do the damage and the bodies tell the narrative. What we see here is that the bodies closed below this high, so it's not giving me full confidence that it's going to continue going higher. Although it did leave an FVG right here, since the bodies didn't close above this high, it's not giving me full confidence that it's wanting to continue going higher. But it could. But just because it could do one or the other, it's not a solid opportunity for me personally to take a long position. So we're still waiting to see what it is that price wants to do on all three pairs. So we see USDCAD, if it runs through this high with energy and leaves behind an FVG, this would be a nice little setup for today's session to go long, targeting 9 a.m. highs. So it did create this large move higher, pulled back in the discount zone, respected this FVG that was within the leg that created the shift in market structure, since it's the one that broke this high. Now if I mark it right here, it will make more sense. There we go. So look at that. This leg created lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low. It swept through all this liquidity. Then this order block created this huge displacement leg higher on the 1 minute time frame, and the candle that broke this swing high right here left behind an FVG. So price pulled back into the FVG. If we look at the low right here for this candle, we see that it's 34,354, and the low of this FVG is 34,354. So it came back to it right to the point, and then it continued going higher, or it pulled back. So this is algorithmic trading. This is exactly the kind of setups that we want to see. So let's say, for example, on the 1 minute time frame, here's the 9 a.m. high. Excuse me, let me delete that, start over. Here's the 9 a.m. high and 9 a.m. low. Okay, so let's say price broke 9 a.m. low. I want to see a shift in market structure higher, pull back into an area of interest, and continue going higher, which is exactly what it looks like price is doing here on the starting Friday AM session. So it swept all this sell side, shifted higher, pulled back into it. Now it could continue going higher. So now we just wait and see if price gives us a valid entry. Okay, GJ just broke below this low, shifted. Okay, so this looks like a potential entry for GJ. 1 minute time frame. Let's go ahead and sell. Our stop loss right above here. Okay, if it goes up a little bit higher, I might take another position. So let's say about right here is where I took my entry. Stop loss above this, just a little bit above it, and then take profit right at 9 a.m. lows for a good 1 to 2. So it's going up even more. I will probably position or scale some of my trade in here because it did sweep this liquidity after it rejected this 15-minute fit rally gap. So we just want to wait and see what it wants to do. Okay. I am not in an entry on USDCAD, but I am in an entry in GJ. I sold my position right here, right when it entered this FVG, and I'm targeting 9 a.m. lows for a good 1 to 2 4 risk to reward, just to see what we could get for Friday's session. Now, USDCAD, reason why I didn't take this entry is because this just doesn't look like clear action to me. This leg that broke this high right here did not sweep any liquidity. It was just high momentum. So it's not a huge confirmation for me. It's not a major confluence for me to take an entry, but I placed this position right here to see what happens. I'm not in an entry. UJ, I'm also not in an entry. I want to see what it wants to do. It could just continue going lower from here. GJ, we're just holding the position to see what it wants to do from here. So if this candle or the next one breaks through this low with energy, and the candle following it leaves behind an FVG in this area, it could be a nice little entry, a short entry on UJ targeting these lows right here, which I will make a little bit thicker, as we could see these lows. So UJ just crossed this line. Now if it closes below it with a large candle, and then the next candle leaves behind a fair value gap that's below this, it will be a nice little entry because we see a sweep of internal liquidity, and then it broke the low that created this liquidity sweep. If it closes below it with fair value gap, pull back and then continue going lower until it reaches this sell side right here. So now I want to wait and see what it wants to do from here. GJ looks like it's running, which is good news. So we're going to hold and wait to see what it is that price wants to do. Okay. So it did close below it. If this candle leaves behind an FVG, it might be a nice little entry, unless it wants to continue going higher. Let's see where the OTE level of this candle is, or of this run right here. See what it wants to do. Okay. GJ pulling back just a little bit. So now we just wait and see. So the reason why I drew out this 1 minute order block, bearish order block, is because if price pulls back into it and decides to respect this order block and reject going lower, then we could potentially see a continuation going lower, taking out these lows, and ultimately targeting these lows right here. Okay, so we just sit here and wait patiently to see what price has to offer us during silver bullet hours. So we just wait patiently. Alright, we see UJ pulled back into this tiny imbalance that it created right here when it swept this low, pulled back into it, went lower, has not taken out these lows just yet, so it looks like it has just a little bit longer, or just a little bit more movement to go before it takes out this sell side. Okay, look at this beautiful trade on UJ. Look at this beauty. Okay, this is for a good 1 to 625 RR. It did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. When it broke this low, it left behind a fair value gap, pulled back into it, so it did something like this, pulled back into it, and then continued going lower, just like I expected it or anticipated it would do, for a good 1 to 6 risk to reward. You know, this could be somebody's yearly salary right here just with this trade. Matter of fact, can it even go lower? It could potentially go all the way down to here for 113, or possibly to the midpoint, which is 1 to 16. So we'll just wait and see what it is that price wants to do. But there we go. It did perform beautifully. Here's UJ or GJ right here, also performing beautiful. So we're just gonna let price do its thing. I just moved my stop loss to break even, so now it's a risk-free trade. Now I just want to let my profits get hit and let price do its thing. Okay, so we do also have these lows right here that we could target for 1.35, but I'm gonna keep my TPs right here at this level until it gets hit. But UJ, beautiful trade, beautiful trade, beautiful trade. USDCAD, nothing yet. It came back and retested this 1 minute FVG right here, and it looks like it's still consolidating a little bit. So UJ and GJ gave us some nice setups today. Beautiful 1 to 6 on UJ. Beautiful 1 to 6 on UJ. So what I would do for journaling purposes, I would take a screenshot. And let price do its thing. Okay. GJ's pulling back into this FVG, which could be another potential entry, re-entry right here. Which I will take. Gladly. Still nothing on USDCAD. Looks like our movement today was on UJ and GJ. My stop loss is moved to break even, so it's a risk-free trade. Now we just wait and see, or wait and let price do its thing. If it stops us out at break even, it's no problem because I'm not losing any money. And if it stops us out on take profit, then I'm done for the day. Good trade on Friday. Great way to end the week. But from here, we just let price do one of two things, and that's either hit stop loss or hit take profit. So now I'm just going to be sitting here waiting patiently. Usually I'll just close my charts and let price do its thing. It's a risk-free trade. I'm not worried. But since we're on live stream, I want to see it here live with you guys. Okay? So UJ is just running. As we can see, if it does reach this liquidity right here, which looks like it's going to, then we have a solid 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio using the simple silver bullet strategy. Very easy. It happens. This strategy forms every single day in any market. Whether it's Forex, crypto, indices, whatever it is, whatever market you're trading, the silver bullet does form every single day. And the strategy revolves around specific kill zone hours. And for New York Eastern time, the AM session, the silver bullet is formed between the times of 10 a.m. New York Eastern and 11 a.m. New York Eastern. If you have no setup within this time frame right here from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., no trade. Now, it does form 3 times per day, once in London session and twice in the New York session. It happens one in the AM, New York AM session, and then the second time in the New York PM session. So, let's say you don't find an entry for today for the AM session. You could easily go to the PM session between 2 and 3 p.m. and find another silver bullet strategy in this between this time zone or time frame from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. But since it's Friday, I don't like to trade the PM session, but just in case my TP doesn't get hit during the session and I don't want to hold my trade throughout the week or throughout the weekend. So I'd rather on Friday, I just like to trade the New York AM session if an opportunity is available. And if not, then I go to the PM session on any other day other than Friday. GJ, I'm still waiting for a TP to get hit. Stop loss is below break even, just a little bit better than break even, which I'm not worried about. If TP doesn't get hit, I'm okay. If stop loss gets hit, I'm still okay as well, because it is still offering me a good setup. And if stop loss gets hit, that's absolutely fine. I'm in a risk-free trade. I'm not losing any money, so you have to accept the risk. You have to be okay with what it is that you're doing while trading, okay? And I'm okay if my stop loss gets hit. Why? Because I'm not losing any money. So why would you close your position early? Why would you close your charts and your position just move on about your day when you can just let price ride? I mean, I know you can take some profits right here. You're absolutely free to do whatever you want in trading. You could take partials if you want, and I could take partials right now and be good for the rest of the week or for the rest of the weekend. But I don't want to do that because I'm following strict rules and I'm targeting 9 a.m. lows, which might not even get hit, but it's okay because my stop loss is below break even. So I'm in a risk-free trade. What am I losing? Nothing. I'm not losing anything. So why would I worry if stop loss gets hit? I'd rather my TP get hit than to close early because I'm not losing anything to begin with. Okay? Now, this might be a little greedy or whatnot, whatever you want to call it, but I've back tested this strategy many, many, many times, and I'm still back testing it to this day. So I trust that price is going to do what it wants to do. And if I'm wrong and it does rally in the opposing direction, that's fine. I'm not losing anything. I'm not taking any risks. It's a risk-free trade. That's absolutely fine. You have to be able to accept your risks in this game. Otherwise, it will destroy your mental. You see, this game is all psychological. And if you can't get that in check, you'll never succeed. Now, I'm not here talking down on anybody or bashing on people. I'm here to give you the truth of trading. And the truth is, if you can't control your emotions, if you're not confident with what you're doing, if you don't believe in yourself, then what makes you think you are going to succeed? You won't. You have to be the best version of yourself in order to succeed in this game. You have to have discipline, ambition, self-control in order to be able to succeed in this game. And that's what it's all about. You know, I could take my profits right now, but I'm in a risk-free trade, so my mental is absolutely fine right now. If my stop loss gets hit, I'm fine with that. I'm not losing anything. Okay? Now, if I were swing trading, say I'm swing trading on the hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame, here I would not touch my stop loss. I would leave my stop loss where it's at, even if price is coming back up to it, even if it's in drawdown, I would leave my stop loss where it's at. Because on the higher time frames, I'm swing trading. So what I'm doing is I'm taking an entry, placing my take profit, placing my stop loss, and then I'm closing the charts. Forget about it, okay? Some trades while you're swing trading could last a whole day. Some of them could last a few hours, and some of them could last multiple days. You just have to set and forget when it comes to swing trading. But for today, for Friday, we're doing the silver bullet entry. So I'm sitting here in front of the screen, watching what price is doing. I'm wanting it to hit this level right here, because as soon as it hits this level right here, I'm out of the trade and I'm good to go. I'm ready to start my weekend, ready to have fun, ready to celebrate, ready to do whatever. But even if you win, you can't let that get to your head, because when you win, you learn. When you lose, you learn. Constantly keep learning. Constantly teach yourself what it is that you did right, what it is that you did wrong. And you will grow. You will see incredible growth when you do that. So we see right here that UJ did not sweep this liquidity and it's pulling back, which is absolutely fine. I mean, if you're still in this trade, either you've already moved your stop loss to break even, or you're letting it sit. And if you let it sit and you're not letting this run affect you, that's fine. Now, it could continue going higher. That, again, is absolutely fine. You can't let that scare you. You have to have no fear when it comes to trading, okay? No fear. Just let price do its thing. And you have to be confident enough in your strategy. You have to be confident enough that you will follow your rules and stay disciplined, that when you see a valid opportunity, you will take it. And then you will stick with your rules even during the trade and after. Don't break your rules just because you get a little scared or just because your emotions are getting to you. Don't let that happen. All of your emotions are just in your brain. You are in control of your brain. Okay? Enough ranting for right now. I'm gonna play the music and just let price do its thing. If it hits my stop loss, cool. If it hits my take profit, cool. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, so price is approaching my TP right now. It looks like it's doing fairly well. It might just be manipulating right now in the lowering time frame just so it could pull back and run or tap through this low right here. I'd like to see it pull back and take out. I could close my position right now if I wanted to. It did take out some of my positions because I scalped into this trade. I didn't throw my entire position right here. I sold right here, sold at the pullback, and sold right here at this pullback. So it's about to hit my TP just like so, and we are good to go. Just like that, guys. Very, very simple silver bullet strategy. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Just look at how good and precise this is. How can it get more precise than that? Look at this. This gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys have found some value coming from this video and this live stream as well. If you have any questions or concerns and want to learn more about my strategy, feel free to comment down below. I will get back to every comment that comments on the video because I enjoy doing it and I love to see what you guys have to say. Alright, so beautiful trade today for Friday. This will be it for today. We'll catch you guys next week and see what we have going on then. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. Again, please leave a like and a comment on this video below. I will get back to every single comment. Have a good day and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.